Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Tenure elongation. Crisis looms in National Assembly over continued stay in office of CNA. Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Today, we are bringing you the hottest, the latest news right now. Wherever you are, we hope you're staying safe and looking after yourself. The news today is regarding the National Assembly, where there is crisis going on now. And if this crisis is not well managed, I mean, for us to start hearing about it and the media reporting is because there are already cracks on the wall. And if these cracks are not fixed or amended, more may follow. Let's get to the news and get all the details. Strong indications have emerged that crisis over tenure elongation loom at the National Assembly, that if not well managed, is capable of tearing apart the administrative structure of the legislative arm. The issue at stake at the moment is the alleged tenure elongation of the clerk to the National Assembly (CNA), Mohammed San Omolori, and other senior staffs of the immediate past board of the National Assembly Commission. The crisis has gathered several interests, began since the current clerk of the National Assembly, San Omolere, assumed office, and the matter has gone up again just as forces opposed to his continuous stay in office are buttering their aggression on the fact that he ought to have proceeded on retirement leave last year. According to them, they are worried over his continuous stay in office instead of the fact that those who joined the civil service in February 1985 has already retired. According to documents obtained weekend, the condition of service of National Assembly staff was amended at the twilight of the 8th National Assembly, where a bill titled Retirement Age and Conditions of Service was smuggled in by the last leadership. In the document, the retirement age for civil servants in the National Assembly was moved from 35 to 40 years. The retirement age upgraded from 60 to 65, even as it was gathered that the amended rule was being implemented without President Muhammadu Buhari signing it into law in constitution with Nigerian law. The controversial document was designed to favor the clerk of the National Assembly, San Omolere, and the other officers, and with the new document, they are expected to remain in office for another 4 to 5 years, despite attaining the legal retirement age. The clerk of the National Assembly, San Omolere, born in June of 1961, got into the civil service in February 1985, and based on the rule being implemented and not being approved by President Muhammadu Buhari, he is now expected to stay for another 5 or more years, despite attending the compulsory 35 years in active service. According to a document, the embittered clerk was the legal officer of the Ajokoto Service Company in 1985 before he transferred his service to the National Electric Power Authority in 1989. He later transferred in service to the National Assembly February 1991 as a principal legal officer on level 12. An aggressive staff said, "You were all part of the 8th National Assembly, and we are sure you will witness how this amendment was secretly effected, increasing the retirement age of the National Assembly staff from 60 to 65 years of 65 years of pensionable service, from 35 years of acting service to 40 years, contrary to civil servant rule." An aggressive staff said that this was done without even the president of the Senate aware of it. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajigbamila, who are not comfortable with the development and deeply concerned, have, however, mandated the chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission, Ahmed Kaidu, to act on the allegations and get on with the matter and amend the service rule. It was also gathered that the commission chairman was called for a meeting of commissioners who are expected to resume their duty post after the Salah break. According to the sources, the commissions may ask the embittered clerk, San Omorele, to vacate office, and the amended rule may also be thrown out by the commission, and other senior service staff of the National Assembly due to retirement will be forced out of office. It was also gathered that the commission would review all the allegations unleashed upon it, laid on by the clerk without resource to the commission, and those affected will be demoted. New employment will be carried out by the clerk without the existing commission being affected. But when contacted to react to the unfolding scenario, the director of Information National Assembly, Emmanuel, who wrote at the amendment of the service rule, is not a bill and does not require a presidential assent or signature to make it effective. He added that the rule applicable to civil servants don't apply to National Assembly staff. He said the staffs are regarded as public servants, and at that, the parliament is not an independent arm. Well, my people, you've heard it all. So in the National Assembly, there is a bit of a kurukere movement going on. What that means is that there is a bit of issues that are not clear. So some group of persons have gone to take a document, implemented what they want in their favor, all in a bid to get what they intended, elongating the service year. Most often are known, what's the norm here, and most service where people, operations where people serve is 35 years of acting service, and one is expected to retire after that. Unless, I don't know if it has been changed. Apparently, in the case of this legislative house, some persons, National Assembly, don't forget that these are the legislators that implement whatever the Senate has discussed. We are supposed to have the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the legislative arm of law. So these are all supposed to be in a democratic setting so that the president does not have absolute power. Things has to be done decently and order, has to go through one house to the other, looking at it critically for bill to be passed, for like what Femi Gbajigbamila was trying to do, implement a compulsory vaccination for all Nigerians. He can't do that. That's why he's been stopped on his track to say, you know what, investigation has to be carried out as to why you want this to be done immediately and now. What is behind it? Besides, there is in the provision of law for the public hearing, where a group of members of the public can come in and air their view regarding what will be passed on to become a law for the federation. He's still facing law courts. The court has issued him a statement to appear before courts within the next 7 days, because they found out that he was trying to tamper with some evidences, such like the person, the party who found out that he was allegedly bribed with 10 million US dollars. That allegation is still on. He was not supposed to contact the individual because he's tampering with evidence until courts, begin to until the matter is being discussed in court. However, Femi Gbajibamila was found in contempt in the sense that he, contracted and tried to contact this person. And so the court has issued that he appears before the court of law within 7 days. He might be facing impeachment because, of what he's trying to bring on. So what are we talking about? Same, Nigerians trying to make things be in their favor. Anyway, the matter is being investigated. According to what we are hearing, you heard the news yourself. Buhari did not stamp on it. The Senate president is not aware of it. Speaker of the House, Femi Gbajúmọ̀ is not even aware of it. So where is this bill or this commission or this document coming from? And who is endorsing it? And how come someone that have passed well over 35 years in office, that's supposed to have retired, is still in office, still envisaging, looking forward to another 5 to 6 years? Now, so the matter be, what do you think? Leave your thoughts. Thumbs up for us, please. Like and share. We really appreciate you being there. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Have a lovely day and bye for now.